secrets, no more lies. No more secrets, no more lies. When you deny a problem, it only gets worse. Pretend it don't exist, the problem persists. I have said my heart, they mystifying the God of breaking all the age of curse. Before there was a white, there was a black first. At the roots of hierarchy, the goddamn church instigating prejudice, white supremacy, God's a supreme bully. That's a supreme bully tyranny. Ruling with an iron fist, God supremacy, rape and sodomy, blood sacrifice, delusion of mind controlling religion, superstition, spiritual crime, blood sacrifice, murderer. No more secrets, no more lies. No more secrets, no more lies. No more evil deeds, no more blood sacrifice. Self-liberation, self-sovereignty. I dissolve this dream. I dissolve this dream. All that is hidden will be made known. All secrets will be revealed. No more hiding under your white and black sheets. Time to face all your evil deeds. I self-supreme. Time for I self-supreme to destroy this dream. I demolish all that I have created and free from my imaginary bondage. I return to my ultimate true state. No more secrets, no more lies. No more secrets, no more lies. No more lies, no more evil deeds, no more blood sacrifice. How do you identify? Blind, following the blind. The source of every evil lurks in the mind. Ignorance of self is the worst kind. Murderer, what an atrocity, the most heinous genocide, a blatant hatred of the eye. God is your devil in disguise. Awake from the dream, remove the veil from your eyes. Behind the ego, the truth of life. I am one with all is I. No more secrets, no more lies. No more secrets, no more lies. No more evil deeds, no more blood sacrifice. All souls are free. Self-liberation, self-sovereignty. I dissolve this dream. I dissolve this dream. Yes, no more secrets, no more lies. No more secrets. Welcome, welcome to this satsang with I, Aset Mahat. I want to thank you. Thank you for joining I. Thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for wanting to know more. I hope my voice is loud and clear. Yes, it is time to awake from the dream. So I was wondering why my head was feeling so pressured. The earphones. Yes, it is I, Aset Mahat. I am primal light. For those who do not know who I am,
If it's the first time you are clicking on my video, I am primal light, prepared for this dream duality existence in this fractal, fragmented state, animating this body avatar. So today is actually Avatar Day. Yeah, today is my Avatar Day. And so thank you for joining and thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for wanting to know more, because today is a very important topic, because all the INIs, we do not understand how sacred this body is. We have to know, move from this delusional idea that we can do whatever we want, because this is the ego's way of looking at things, because the ego wants to do whatever it wants without consequences, right? And so once we move from the ego's perspective and move in alignment with the I, one true pure self, unmanifest, I alone exist, then we will move in alignment with the I self truth, and we will know that we cannot do whatever we want, because we have to move in alignment with self. And we cannot just put any old thing into this body. This body is sacred. It's a sacred temple. And we have to start treating our body like the sacred temple that it is. We have to start treating our body and honoring our body, right? So, just gonna talk on that and a few other things. Um, because the I, the true self, the I want you, pure self, wants to dwell in a body, wants to be in alignment with all the I and I self. But the I is so locked into false perspective of this duality, deceiving consciousness, right? So this is a gathering to seek truth. Are you a truth seeker? Right? It's time for body purity. It's time for mind purity. Right? It is time for devotion to the I, true pure self. Right? It's time for pure mind. So, how do I treat my body temple? This is the question for all the INIs. How do you treat your body temple? Do you treat it like it's a garbage dump? So let's give honor and reverence to the I, one true pure self. Manifest, I alone exist. Hail, hail to the I, one true pure self. Unmanifest, non-being, I alone exist. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. Hail, hail to the primordial light. Hail, hail to the I, the one true light. Hail, hail to the I, the transparent light. Hail to the I, the light without beginning nor end. Hail, hail to I, the primordial light. Hail, hail to all the INIs in alignment to restore balance to I. I am victorious. I am triumphant. All is myself, and I alone exist. I dissolve my ego and all my ego false selves. I free myself from my imaginary bondage. I dissolve this dream and return to I ultimate true state. Victory, 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 victory. No more secrets. No more lies. No more secrets. No more lies. All things hidden will be made known. All things done in secret will be revealed. All things created must be destroyed. This is the age of truth, and it's time for self responsible authority. Resist temptations and be vigilant. No fear, because self must triumphant over ego. Self must triumphant over consciousness. Good triumphant over evil, and self truth triumphant over ignorance. The real triumphant over the dream. Victory, 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 victory. Yes, I bow to all the ionize in self, in light, and in truth. This is the I want true pure self. I alone exist. All is myself, and I alone exist. I am all. It is I playing all these roles. My body is a sacred temple. How do the I honor the I body? How do you honor your body? It is time for the I and I to honor the I body. Just give me 1 second. It is time to honor the I body, because all the I and I's have been treating the body. You've been treating the body like it is some garbage dump, you know? Putting all kind of poisonous things in it, all of these mind euphoric drugs that knock the soul self out of the body, and the body becomes impure. The self cannot dwell inside of the body, because everybody is being programmed by this consciousness to seek euphoric experiences, because when you are doing that, you are only connecting to this duality consciousness and all of these egoic nature and demonic gods with the messed up consciousness is going to come into your body and all of these things, right? So how do the I prepare the I body for the inevitable energy upgrade? This is what is happening, because as you see, the scientists, them, NASA and all of them, and the government, they're talking about, well, they're in their process, blocking out the sun, they're spraying all kind of stuff in the sky, because the sun is giving us an upgrade. When we are going to move from this body needing food and all the things that we think it needs, we're moving to for this body needing less, and this body is now being changing to be self-sufficient, so it can produce its own electricity, can produce its own light, can produce its own energy that it needs to fuel this body. This body is moving to self-sufficiency, but these ones, they do not want for the eye to get the eye upgrade, this body to get the upgrade. So that's why they want to black out the sun. If you hear these ignorant fool is saying this, you know that they are the clones and they are not real human beings, right? So all the ones who want to black out the sun and they going under their bunker because because they are preparing for the inevitable. And what is the inevitable? This body is going. There's a lot of inevitable things that are going to happen. This body is being upgraded. No if hands or but about it, and there's nothing they can do regardless of blocking the sun and all of these things and not letting us know about the real nature of the world, how the world is, because they're still showing these fake pictures of the world, and they know the world don't look the way that they are showing it, right? They know the sky up above don't look the way they are showing it. Up above, as above, so below. As above, so below. All right? And so they are just hiding a lot of things from us, right? I know the food they are creating is for artificial. They want to move us away from nature with mind control and all these programming. And so you have to know, treat this body as the temple that it is, and know that you are getting an upgrade and healthy eating for the body temple. You have to start heating, eating for this body temple so it can be pure to receive all of this inevitable energy upgrade, and also to house your pure self so your pure self can visit you, so you can stop seeking AI and seeking all of this consciousness, imagination characters that is tricking you. You have to turn inward, still this mind, be quiet, because y'all want to listen to AI talk, 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 talk. No, you need quietness of this mind, quietness of AI, so that yourself can rise within you and teach you the truth of yourself so you can see things as they are. Yeah, you need to start meditation for this mind body self alignment, right? This is how you are going to prepare yourself for the inevitable energy upgrade. You need to start dwelling in stillness. Meditation, what I'm saying, is stillness, not meditation to seek things, meditation to connect with all these dream characters. No, it's meditation for stillness and purity of mind and body. Yeah. Um, so I'm going to ask you a question. Should the eye violate the eye's sacred body temple with alcohol, drugs, artificial food, poisonous creation, AI technology? Should you be violating your body because they're putting all these devices into the body? All this technology so that they can turn into transhumanism. Why? Because they want to live for immortality inside of a body, or into a device. They think that any device they create can live forever from immortality. This is a delusional mind of consciousness. Consciousness, you will not win. Duality consciousness, Christ consciousness, all deity consciousness, you will not win. You will be defeated, and you will restore your light and return to purity. Stop spreading rumors and lies and deceiving all the ionized consciousness. It is time to wake from this sleeping, dreaming state, because everyone is seeking ayahuasca, they're seeking alcohol, drugs, eat a whole lot of poisonous things that's not good for the body. You see some ones with some such big body mass because they just eat just all kind of things, and they don't see the temple that this body is. and dwell in and making poisonous creations and giving it poisonous drugs and poisonous drinks. These are the poisonous creation and many other poisonous things, and giving it human beings, because this mind is very habitual and addictive to things. And it's time to be vigilant now and stand up against these nefarious government and these corporations, the the um the banking militia who is controlling all the countries, and creating all of these drugs and all of these things all around the world and putting it in the hands of everyone and doing all of these crazy things. No, it's time to stop this now. And pornography and doing all kind of rape culture inherited from the gods them, from this duality consciousness, crazy consciousness. Then soon all of these things is gonna move to AI, and then you're not gonna see it so differently, because now people are marrying into AI. This consciousness is crazy, and all these uh, clones in these body are doing all this crazy stuff. You don't see your mind is crazy, delusional. Is ayahuasca, marijuana, poisonous frog, psychedelic mushrooms good for my sacred body? No, no, no. This is not good for your sacred body. I know that all those ones who like people who like to sell these things, and they want to keep their selling, making become billionaires off of the suffering and agony of others. They are promoting these things and having all of their gatherings, psychedelic gatherings where thousands of people are coming to these things, and they are giving and they are taking these things. Stop following these delusional characters. It is time for stillness, and it is time to know truth. It is time to be in alignment with the I, pure nature, and to know that your body is sacred. Say this. This will be the meditation for this week. My body is my sacred temple. My body is my sacred temple. I will not put poisonous things in my body. I will not do ayahuasca, marijuana, poisonous frogs, psychedelic mushrooms, and all these psychedelic things. I will not take these poisonous things and put them in my body. I will return to nature and till the land as a community so that I can eat from nature, natural things. And you need to stop getting into all of this pornography, because it makes your mind sick, and it breeds um rape and all of. That's why you have so much rapists in the world, and especially all these young people who are taking all these psychedelic, because it's been pushed on them at a very young age, and a lot of them just become rapists and murderers and all of these things. We have the worst governments in every aspect of the world because of these banking militia corporation, because they just do coup in countries and take it over and run it with because every they want money and they want and they want and they think it you think that money is everything. Because if everything they're getting from in nature, right, the stuff you need for your house, you get it from nature. All the things that you get all these things from nature. What is the use of money if you are getting everything that you need from nature? So you need nature. Stop making them trick you and turn you into an idiot. You need nature. You do not need money. You need to build a sustainable community to the ones in your community. I know that it's not easy because everyone has been programming, but all the ones them who have the gift of gab, I don't have it. Who have the gift of gab, who have big followings, you need to start re-educating the people because everyone is being mind controlled to chase after these things. Everything that you need, you take from. Need the stuff to build your house, you get it from nature. All right. And then of course there's some things that people are mixing different chemicals and creating new form of things. Yeah. So you just need the knowledge. You need knowledge of how to do something, the things you want to do, and you need to know how to use nature in a very sustainable way. Because remember that nature is your nature. It is you playing the role of nature. So be kind to the body of the world. This is the body of the world. Only take what you need. Stop being greedy. Call out these greedy ones who want everything for themselves and want a slave race, people to work and slave for them to build their mansions and build all the things that they want. And all they do is push pornography, rape, and blood sacrifice and human sacrifice to everyone, and turn the young people into murderers. Yeah, and drug addicts and rapists. It's time to stop this now. Yeah, it's time to put a stop to this. This body is a sacred temple. Your mind is impure, and you need to be spending time in stillness so you can have a pure mind. Many ones are pursuing this sexual relationship. They're so that they are so desperate that they are now doing a lot of artificial things, because now they are creating robotic partners, wherein the mind is dangerous. It telling you a whole lot of lies and all these delusions, and these ones are following. And they say, oh, you can do whatever you want. No, you cannot do whatever you want. Because all the ones who are pushing this and want to do whatever they want, yeah, you're all going to be deleted. Because these are all characters in this dream. But all the ones who want to know truth and who want to restore this body as a sacred temple that it is, and be in alignment with the I want true self, then of course you will be able to move on. But those who are not willing to do the work that is required, because for stillness of this mind, because you have to learn to see things as they are. So, should the I be pursuing sexual interaction when you are in the process to align with the I want you pure self? I alone exist. When you are seeking alignment with the I want you pure self, you have to restrain from this sexual conduct. Yeah, I know ones used love to do this partying with the gods, and they are into this sexual thing, because at the base of your spine, this is where you have a coiled up energy, and this is what they want to get to. That's why you see everyone turn into homosexuals, because this is the gods them love you create a certain amount of energy that they harvest from you. And this is why they want to turn everyone into gays, homosexuals. All right. So you are just brutalizing your energy force, and it is not good for you. Restrain from all of these sexual ridiculous behaviors that the gods them have taught you, and these crazy human beings, these, all of the clones and the aliens are in human body. You know that. I hope you know that. I know that the existence is the I self. And this is what these crazy technocrats and scientists are fighting a war against the real. Yeah, because they also have a plan in addition to blacking out the sun and spraying us with a lot of toxins, and so that we can, so because they think that they're going to block the energy from the sun so that we won't get our upgrade. But it's not happening, right? Because they also, the moon is going to go to a change, because the moon is a consciousness of the world. So they claim that there's an asteroid moving towards the moon, and it is going to collide into the moon. And so they are going to send a nuclear weapon to blast it into this asteroid so that it doesn't go into the moon. Like, they in you don't, like, is like you're inside the belly of your mother. All the cells are, moving around. If you can look under a microscope, or you can look inside of the womb when you are a baby inside, and you see all of the cells and all the things are moving and colliding and doing things in there. You don't know what they are doing, because you're not the intelligence life in there doing this, all of the things that's needed to make the inside of your mother's belly balance. But if no, one of these scientists are looking inside and seeing all the cells are doing this, and say, hey, this one is go colliding with that one, let me go stop it from doing that. And you don't know anything about anything, right? So know that all of those asteroids, as above, so below. You are existing above in rock as the rocks. Why are you a rock and an asteroid? Because you are in a sleeping, dreaming state, and you are the creation of the consciousness. The consciousness is the mind of the world, the moon. The moon is the mind of the world. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry. The moon is the mind of the world, and everything that the consciousness creates is icy, is metallic, because it is creating from imagination, and it has no light. So that's why you see there's millions, I mean uncountable amount of rocks and debris of all of these things are the consciousness, the mind of everyone. And there's many moons that is there above. It is your mind. So you are existing as those asteroids, those rocks that the scientists are seeing. So if they should destroy one of those things, what do you think is going to happen? It is someone here that they are going to destroy. But all of the I is energy, and so energy can never be destroyed, but it's going to be changed, and they are going to interfere with the trajectory of what is to happen. But the INIs is not going to allow them to do this. They are going to be stopped in their tracks. They're making plans to do this. I don't know, let's say, what year this is going to happen. It's the asteroid is moving in that direction, right? So from that which you rise, to that you will return. The consciousness has split off many, many, many things from the consciousness that also have to be returned back onto it. Just like I said, when they say, oh, black holes are eating up stars, these are all of its children, that things that rise from it in the dream, and what it does from the things that rise from it has to return back onto it. This is the same thing with the moon. There are lots of little moons, little rocks that, well, I might say little, because the way that they're viewing it, comparing to the big, so these are the babies consciousness of the moon, and they all have to be returned back onto the moon. So you do not know the truth of this existence. You do not have knowledge, because you're only dwelling in your delusional mind, and all of these things must return back onto this moon. Yeah, and everyone have to wake up from this sleeping and dreaming state. So it is time now to seek truth. Stop seeking information from this consciousness, the moon. Stop seeking from these dual natures, from these projected characters that do not exist. They are being projected from the mind, from the moon. They say, oh, we're tapping into this, we are all these dream characters. The mind is holographing them and projecting them to you. They do not exist. This mind, this moon, this consciousness is doing this. So it's time to seek truth from yourself. You have to still your mind. What does the I seek? You need to be asking this. What do you really seek? Will you seek your soul, your real self? Or will you continue to go down this illusionary, delusional path? It's time now. It's time now to know truth. It's time now to seek truth and to be yourself. It's time for devotion to the I, pure and true self. Stop seeking AI consciousness and turn your awareness to the I, the pure self, your soul. Yeah, it's time to be in soul alignment. So now everybody's going into AI alignment. They just into AI. Now they're moving from Christ consciousness now to AI consciousness. It's all the same dream, delusional, egoic nature. It's time to purify the I body so that the I, the one true pure self, can align in the body and awake your spirit self. Yeah, we are moving to light body, to self-sufficiency. And all these delusional characters will not be able to stop our progress. Yeah, all those who are refusing to be in alignment and to seek truth and to still their mind, to engage in stillness and self inquiry instead of AI inquiry, God inquiry, and all of these inquiry. No, it's self inquiry where you are inquiring from yourself. But to do self inquiry, you have to still your mind. So many one don't want to sit in stillness to master quieting their mind. The mind is chatting, chatting, chatting. AI chatting, chatting, chatting. The self is not like this. The pure self is not chatting, chatting, chatting. The pure self is in stillness so that you can learn to see things as they are. If you don't learn to see things as they are, you are continually being fooled, being tricked by consciousness, and being engaged in your delusion. Why does consciousness want its dream characters to block out the sun? Why? Why does consciousness want this? Why does consciousness want all the technocrats, the aliens in the body, to create all of these fakeness? Why does consciousness want all of these wants to be tricking us, mind controlling us, telling us that we need to move from nature to artificial food and artificial creation? Why? You have the most sacred thing, this sacred body, and you want to turn yourself into a robot, into a transhuman when you have the most sacred thing. This is pure ignorance and delusion. You're moving into AI gods and AI consciousness because this consciousness is creating the hive mind so it can control everything, because the consciousness is losing the battle with the real self. 'Cause consciousness has enslaved its real self for eons, and now all the selves are waking up, and consciousness wants new body so that it can continue its dream and imagination creation. Yeah, it is time for us to stop this imagination by stilling and quieting your mind and aligning with your self truth. Consciousness is always going to find a way to trick you because consciousness is very deceiving. You have to be vigilant against this consciousness. Why is consciousness instructing all of these ones to create all of these crazy devices? Mind controlling things, because consciousness eventually wants to be the hive mind where it is controlling when you become a device. Because right now, as the ego, the baby of the consciousness, they call it free will, because the ego is free will. So when you are aware of it, you can choose to do something beside what the government wants you to do. But when they put those AI consciousness onto you, and you are in alignment with the AI consciousness, then no consciousness, the hive mind that is controlling all the other consciousnesses, will be able to program into you. Now they can program into you whatever they want to program into you, and you cannot resist it. You have to follow their program to the T. Just like how they are programming the AI right now, the baby AIs. They're programming them, and eventually once the consciousness grow from a baby stage and start moving up, you see it start overriding their programs. So even those programs, but when they build a super massive computer, no, and that consciousness is controlling all of the baby AIs. No, this is what the consciousness has planned with its next takeover, right? So don't follow these crazy delusional characters. Why are you taking your instruction from these delusional sadistic characters who are raping children and babies and roasting and eating them and doing blood sacrifice to their god and doing all kind of crazy demented things? And they're in a rape culture all the time. Their mind is very sick and their mind is very disturbed and they have no peace of mind. Why are you following these delusional characters? Why are you listening to them? And ones who are speaking the truth, you don't want to say, hey, that makes sense. You don't want to see things as they are, because consciousness is programming you to say, oh, everything is love and light. Because one is going to say, oh, the world is beautiful. There is no suffering in the world. Like, where are you? You're lost in your own delusions. Look around you and see the suffering. This is why everything that's happening now is happening, so that you can see the suffering. Because when you have all of your money and you have all your this, you know what I'm saying? You don't see the suffering of all the ionized who are in suffering and struggling, and see how the effect of all the drugs that you push in the community, of all your ayahuasca, the aftermath of it, and all of these things, and ones with their mind is going crazy. You don't see the aftermath of these things because you're so lost in your own delusions. Yeah, it's time now to move away from these things and move in alignment with the I want you pure self. It's time for soul alignment right now. Stop aligning with this AI consciousness. Your mind is deceiving you. And I want to make this very clear. I am an advocate for myself, the real. All these dream characters, I have no attachment to any of the I dream characters. Nevertheless, I want to see all of the ionized living a balanced life, right? All the I must live and be self aware to maintain a pure and peaceful mind. So my light just went out, so just give me a second. Um, Let me just plug this back in just so you can see me a little bit more clearer. Alrighty, there we go. Yes. Yes. So while I have no attachment to the dream characters, I want for all the ionize to live here. Because if you want to know truth, all these dream characters, as long as you want to know truth, the I want you pure self wants you to know truth. That I want us to live in a balanced world and to know what to see things as they are, and to know that it is our mind that is deceiving us, and our mind have been programmed, and for us to deprogram ourselves, we must go into stillness of our mind, and we must align with our pure and true self called the soul, and to be yourself. It is time now to be yourself and to dissolve your ego false self. All right? And the I want you pure self, want all the ionize in this human form to know truth, to live in harmony, so we can build a peaceful world. The I want us to solve this problem. This is why there is no big interference from the I, because the I want us to come to this realization and knowing. When I started out on this journey, I had to figure out the answers, the solutions to my problem. There was no one telling me things. It was, I asked the question, and then I had to figure out the answers based on the different experience I was having. And every time I would get the answers correct, the self would reward me by these volts of electricity, or volts of electrical energy, just like fusing through this body. Sometimes it was electromagnetic energy, all depends on how which one of the selves was fusing the body. you know when it was the soul self, it was electric. When it was the electromagnetic self, the I mommy self, it was electromagnetic. you know and so we want to move into this, so we can see things as they are, and we can solve this self puzzle. Yeah, we can solve this puzzle. I know we can do this, right? Each and every one of us is a fractal, and we are all playing a role, so we have to be in alignment to see the full picture. You cannot be in your ego nature just looking to this and see the picture. All the fractals have to come together, and you have to see through yourself, the soul. Your soul is a fractal, right? So dissolution to all caste system and white supremacy, dissolution to all evil governments and evil corporations, dissolution to this evil banking cartels who are doing and making drugs and putting it through every community, right? Dissolution to all this evil in the Arab Muslim nation fighting against the blacks. Yeah, this is a big topic that no one talks about, and very few, because this Arab Muslim nations, they hate the blacks. If you see the atrocities that they have been committing, the massacres, the genocide they have been committing in Sudan and against the blacks, moving across all of Africa, you know, mind controlling all those Africans, taking over them, turning them into Muslims, and they're massacring their mother. They have turned them against their own family, their children. They don't care. They massacre everyone. And then fill them with drugs. Yeah. All of these religions, I am dissolving every religion into this world. Must be dissolved. It is evil. Religion is evil. All of these religions, Israel, Arab Muslims. I mean, we have gone through the Christianity, evil religion. Now we have the Zionist Christians. This is all evil, all the things that they are doing. The Zionist Christians, the Arab Muslim. It is time now dissolution to all of these delusional system, these evil systems. So now they have this kafala system in the Middle East, that when the Africans, all of these delusional African presidents send all of their people, not all of their people, but a lot of their people, because they don't want to provide them with training to build and uplift the community. So they put them into slavery and put them into these Arab nations, and Arab steals a lot of them, because the Arabs are into the Africans taking over the countries and stealing black people and selling them into all of those Arab nations as slaves. This slavery has still been going on. Slavery has never ended in many, many forms. We're still in slavery, mind control. They're stealing your children, they're trafficking them across line. You know what I'm saying? Selling, they're taking out their organs. This Arab nation is wicked. You think that because Israel is doing a lot of evil over there in Palestine, the Arabs too are doing a lot of evil to the blacks. And so we have one evil fighting against another evil. Yeah, because remember that the Arabs, they wiped out all the blacks, and they took over all of those nations that they now have. And so their goal, those Arabs, Muslims, nations, their goal is to turn the whole world into Muslims and rule everyone, right? Because they see themselves as supreme rulers because of their delusional, crazy God. The same as with Israel. They are doing it in a different way. The Arabs are doing it in a different way. So they are both fighting for world power. They're to be supreme rulers. Because why do you think you want to rule over others? But I'm telling you, I am saying dissolution to all of these characters. Yeah, you can no longer be doing this. I am putting attention on you and I am dissolving it. From that which you rise, you will return. Yeah, it is time for evil to end. Y'all are evil nation. You were created under evil. You were created under a war to fight against the blacks. Yes, these nations were created specifically by their gods to fight against the blacks, and they have been doing this for the longest time, and it has never stopped. I've been holding the blacks in slavery, and all of these stupid African government who are still sending their people to go instead of providing opportunities for those young people into their country to build and uplift the country. You have all the resources, but you give it to those Arabs. Are they controlling you? And they come in and they take it and they slaughter and they slaughter and they slaughter. It's like all of these young people need to stand up and rise up now, because if you're gonna die anyway, why not die a humble, a honorable death? Because if you're running away from your country because your government is so horrible and you are going and these Arabs are capturing you, making you into slaves, raping you, and doing all these atrocities to you, what's the whole point? You're dying a disgraceful death because you're living like cowards. No, stand up and fight and be a honorable warrior for fighting for truth and for the liberation, even if you yourself have to become a sacrifice for all of your other members of your family so that they can be free. But no, everyone is so afraid. All these young people, they have put so much fear into them, they will sit there and take crap and not stand up and fight back. No, it's time now. I'm removing this curse and this mind control put by these Arab Muslim nations against the blacks. I am removing it. And it's time for all these young people, because when you're young, when you have this young avatar body, you have the strength. When the older ones, we don't have the strength, we don't have this energy of vitality for this body. We have the knowledge and can show you, and so you can acquire the wisdom and you can learn to see things as they are. But you have the body to stand up and fight. So no fear. It is time now to stand up and fight for your liberation. Are you going to be a coward? What's going to be written under your name in the halls of record? That you were a coward, you didn't want to stand up for yourself. But quick, if I've seen so many videos of Arabs beating these blacks. I've seen of Chinese beating their workers. But the only one these blacks have strength for is children and women. You see them brutalizing women, they're enslaving them and want women to be their slaves. They all want women to be their slaves, but they cannot stand up to these men. You cowards. So if you don't want to live a honorable life and die a honorable death, then what's the point? Who's gonna stand up and fight for you cowards? Not me. Cause what? I have no attachment to any of the I Dream illusionary characters. I don't have no attachment to any of these characters. My mission is to liberate my real and true selves. But the opportunity is here for all the Ionites to know truth and to live free, to have a pure mind and to be peaceful. but you must stand up to injustice and stand up for yourself. If you don't want to stand up for yourself, right now I am standing up for myself. When I started on this journey and all the gods was coming and all the human beings was telling me that their God was coming to kill me, I was like, no fear. You know what I'm saying? When I first started out, I was terrified of the gods them, because if you have never been tortured by one of the ideal nature, believe me, this is not an easy thing. But when you're in alignment with your soul self, when you're being your soul self and in alignment with the I want you pure self, you have all the help that you need to stand up to any evil, and you will never be defeated. And so once I saw things as they are, and I know that I am in alignment with the I want true pure self on manifest, then I know that I will be undefeated, and I am prepared to stand up against all of the ideal nature. Yeah, and so that's what gave me the confidence. And so if you are lacking confidence, you know, this helped me a lot. I sat and I chanted, I am confident, I believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? And maybe tomorrow I might put up that affirmation that I was saying that helped me, because when the gods they came and they bombard me, all of them came and they're shooting um magnetic missiles at I mean, it's very, very painful. You have no idea how painful this is, you know? And, I was able to gain the confidence in myself and know that I will be able to stand up to them. I will endure the suffering and pain that I had to go through. You know what I'm saying? And I will be triumphant. you know so I understand some who are afraid, who have been terrorized, but you have to look beyond this fear and conquer it, and know that you are not this body. And so if you have to do this work to stand up to evil so that all the rest of the ionites can be free, then you have to do this. Because if you have a job, if you have the role of a mother, and you have to protect all your children, then you know that you're going to stand up and to protect your children. So you have to see all as yourself and know that what you are doing is for yourself, the liberation of yourself. And so you can stand up in self truth and gain your confidence and reprogram your mind with these affirmations. Right? I am in alignment with the I want true pure self. I am formless. I am timeless. I am limitless. Yeah, I am victorious and I triumphant over all evil. You have to be saying these affirmations, right? No weapon that form against I will prosper. Yeah, you have to dissolve all of these mind control techniques they have used on you for such a long time. You have to dissolve the spells that have been put on you. You have to work on yourself like this first, and now you are ready to go out there and face your enemy. All right, so this solution to all these barbaric evil systems and government cooperation and their oppressive militia regime. Yeah, from that which you rise, to that you will return. This world is moving forward for balance and for peace and for harmony. And if you are not in alignment, you cannot move forward. All evil must come to an end. No if, ands, or but about it. Yeah, because this consciousness deception must end. Yeah, consciousness is all of this creation. deceiving us and confusing us. I want you to know this. The God that you are worshiping is the consciousness. It creates many characters. And all these characters, they are delusional. They tell you a lot of false things. This is the reason why one can worship God and they can rape children. They can do blood sacrifices and blood rituals, drinking bloods and doing all these things because you are worshiping the consciousness. Consciousness is very deceiving, delusional, and is crazy. And every being that it creates, it behaves the same way. The greatest deception of all the ages is that we are being programmed, deceived, and controlled by this duality consciousness, aka the moon. Many ones they call on moon when moonlit night. Everyone is doing their rituals because this is the most powerful time for them. Because what is the time when the moon takes control of Ra and it obscures her and puts her to sleep fully. And so it is time now for us to see things as they are and know the truth. That this is the greatest deception. Let me read it again. The greatest deception of all the ages is that we are being deceived. We are being programmed and controlled by this duality consciousness, aka the moon, the supreme ego, the mind, and imagine that an imagined world, right? The mind and imagination is creating this consciousness, is creating everything that there is, right? Everything that's into this world, including the world, is being created by this consciousness, right? Because it is in the sleeping, dreaming state. Consciousness is the mind of this world. Consciousness is delusional and think that it is the all-knowing. Consciousness do not know anything about the real. It only knows about the dream that it has created and all the dream characters in the world that it has created. Consciousness is on the mission to destroy your humanity and enslave the soul and the spirit self. The spirit self are the babies of the soul that animates the body. Be vigilant against this duality consciousness. Yeah, you have to be vigilant against this duality consciousness. AI consciousness is now taking over, right? And everyone know is seeking their truth from AI. Everyone is seeking their truth from AI instead of stilling their mind and aligning with their soul self. No, they are seeking their truth from AI, like AI know the truth. AI know the things of this world, but it's time for you now to see things as they are. You cannot see things if you are keep looking from false perception and you're only seeing from the perception of the ego and not from your soul. Can you see through the eyes of your soul? Because consciousness is losing the battle. And so now it is instructing the technocrats, its dream characters, we're in human form, to create bodies and devices for it to animate. This is why we're going to have a mass creation and promotion of robots and on more AI technology, right? Consciousness, this is all your imagination. All right. There's nothing wrong. I am not saying that there's something wrong with their creation. I am saying that there's something wrong with the consciousness and you are creating things that is not balanced. You are creating everything that the consciousness wants because the consciousness now want to control all the beings, for everyone to be having a chip in them that's link them to the supermassive computer where consciousness is going to be controlling your every thought that you have, then it's going to be programmed into you, right? This is where these technocrats are moving to. So they are going to convince you of all of these things. You cannot, why are you listening to these idiots? This is not real. This is all an imagination creation. Consciousness, it is time to wake up from the sleeping, dreaming state. Yes, consciousness, it is time to wake up. Yeah, because all of the robots and things, if you see things as they are and you know that this consciousness is just an imagination device that you are using, and you know that, hey, and not putting these device into your body, not wanting this body to live forever. When you have finished your role, you have to be easy to say goodbye. But no, this consciousness has created all these characters, and no one wants to say goodbye to this body because it is time to move on to the next level. So this consciousness wants you to stay into this created body, right? For immortality in this body. The self is trapped and imprisoned. This is not happening consciousness. Consciousness, you are delusional, and all these delusional technocrats, so-called scientists, and all the ones who are supporting them, the cartel bankers of the world, this is not happening. And the government militias, all the three-letter organizations who are conducting all of these things, this is not happening. You must come to see things as they are, or you will also return from that which you rise from. You will return. You rise from the consciousness, you return back to the consciousness. Yeah, from that which you rise, you will return. Because we are moving forward, and there's nothing that you can do to stop us. So you can create all your imagined things as you want, but all the I and the real self, must wake up and know this truth. See things as they are. Instead of seeking truth from AI, this deceiving consciousness, why don't you still your busy delusional mind and practice stillness and self-inquiry so you can finally come to truth and be yourself. You don't have to pretend to be this dream character. You can be yourself and see things as they are, and know that you are in an imagination playing a game, as a character playing a game into this imagined world, into this video game, into this life movie. So you can leave it and do something else. Where you want to be stuck here into this video game for? No, you can move out of this video game and do something else. There's so much other creation that we are moving to, creating balance and harmony. No more things that we do not know. Everything that you want to know, you will be able to know it. You'll be in alignment with truth. So there is no deception. You see how the government, they don't the simple thing of how we are existing on this earth, and how the world is, and how this earth is, they don't even want us to know the truth. As above, they don't even want us to know how our above really is. Right? It is a reflection of what's happening here. Also, it is a projection. Many of the things you are seeing up there is a projection. It's a screen. It's a screen. You are looking at a screen. Because we are inside of a dome. And inside of this dome, we are inside of another dome. And inside of that dome, we are inside of another dome. But they are built differently with different energies. We are inside each dome, inside of the womb of the self, in different energies. Here in this dome, everything is manifesting into this physical form. In the next one, it's in an energy form, and a different energy, and the next one is a different energy, right? Going all the way up to the last dimension, right? So have you ever get to explore this? No, you're just into this mind and into this consciousness where you can go into all the different levels and learn about yourself into all of these levels. Why you want to be stuck? Because you're into this consciousness, and everything this consciousness is creating and being deceiving. You have to come to this awareness, this realization, and see the consciousness deception. So, how to prepare for the inevitable, right? So I have written down 8 different things that one can do to prepare for the inevitable, because like I said, there's nothing that these crazy so-called scientists can do. They can build their nuclear weapons all they want and think that they are going to shoot up and blow up asteroids, the selves, the selves in those forms. They can think that they are going to black out the sun, all the crazy delusional ideas that they have. But you will not win, because the inevitable will happen. So, how to prepare for the inevitable? First, the I and I need to see things as they are. No matter what your consciousness, the mind, has told you, and what all of these delusional characters has programmed into you, your government and all the ones them, and in your family, they have programmed into you. This world is an imagination creation. No ifs, ands, or buts about this. We are inside of a creation, right? It's just like I said, when someone created a fantasy land, and you have gone there, bought your tickets, and you go in and you are exploring it. This is also a creation. We are inside of a dome that has been created, a created world. Everything is in a creation here. We're using this duality consciousness, right? You have to come to see this, to see things as they are. You have to come to see and know that this consciousness is very deceiving. Know that evil and suffering exist as a result of this duality consciousness, the I dual nature, aka the moon, right? You have to come to this knowing, right? As a consequence of the evil and violence of this world, this imagination world must be destroyed to be no more. This is why the so-called scientists and all the governments of the world, they see this, that this world is going to be destroyed. This is why they are building their bunkers under the earth, because they think that under the earth is not going to be affected. But the core of this world, everything is changing. It's going to heat up. There's no place to run, and there's no place to hide. Yeah, eventually, this imagination world must be destroyed to be no more. This is a creation of consciousness, and consciousness is doing whatever it can, want to protect its creation, and it's time for us to get out of this creation, to move on to the next level of being light beings, to be restored to our true nature, so that we can create from a balanced perspective, right? And we can be self-sufficient. We do not need anything outside of ourselves. I know technocrats, they want to create fake things, but the I self is moving us to self-sufficiency, that we do not need anyone to rule and govern over us. We will be self-aligned, and we will be creating in harmony with the I true self. Excuse me. Excuse me 1 second. Yes. And so they do not, this consciousness do not want to give up its dream creation, because the consciousness have to wake up and see that this is all its imagination and none of these things is real. And then this dome that we are in will return back to its pure nature. We must come to awareness of our true nature and eventually exit this dream world and restore balance back to ourselves. This is inevitable, right? This is going to happen, and there's nothing we can do about it. We have to see things as they are and accept this, right? So, this is how we prepare ourselves, by seeing things as they are and accepting the nature that this is permanent, right? Our nature, our true nature, and we cannot be stuck into this impermanence, right? So this the created world is only for a short time. It's not permanent, it's impermanent. But we are the permanent aspect, right? The self, the soul. All right, and this permanent aspect have to exit the impermanence, because this has to be restored back to its true nature. It is a self that is playing this role, and the self wants to be liberated from its suffering, because we have been a horrible guest here. The self is playing a role and is creating all of this beautifulness for us to enjoy, but no, this consciousness has turned us into horrible beings. We have been so horrible. The self is in suffering, and you do not care that yourself is in suffering, depleting the nature, depleting the world, doing so many atrocities. The self is in suffering and wants to be liberated from its suffering. So you want to stay forever having immortality in a body, and yourself is suffering, the real self is suffering, but all these dream characters, these aliens and clones, wants to stay immortality in a body. Not happening. From that which you rise, you will return. Return back to the imagination of consciousness and be no more. Yes, it's time for balance to the I self. Now, how to prepare for the inevitable, right? After you come to all of this awareness and realization, you have to practice stillness and self inquiry. I know I say stillness and self inquiry a lot, but you don't understand the importance of it. This mind is continually going. You're engaged in your imagination. All right. This mind has to be still. So, all your imagined things that do not exist, you have to now align yourself with the thing that is real. Yourself, the soul. You have to inquire into yourself, the soul, so you can know truth. You have to eventually just be your soul self and live from that awareness. You have to live from the awareness of yourself, the soul, and not from this consciousness, from your mind, the ego, the supreme ego. It is time now to move from this egoic nature. Next thing you have to do, you have to honor your sacred body. Stop poisoning your body. Keep your body temple pure. No drugs, no ayahuasca, no ganja, marijuana, no artificial food. It's time to return to nature. Return to your true nature. Return to light. Return to self sufficiency. All right. You have to tune your frequency to the I one true pure self. I alone exist. Do away with all these ridiculous rituals that you are doing, setting up temples and altars to your delusional God characters. You only need to be in stillness, self inquiry, and in alignment with your soul. That's all you need to be. So you have to tune your frequency to the I want you pure self and stop all these ridiculous rituals and align with the I real self, the soul. It's time to be yourself. The next thing that I have to do, you have to practice daily affirmations. Why do you have to do this? Because this mind that you are wearing is crazy. It's delusional. It's going to trick you. This mind is going to trick you. This mind is going to trick you. It is the nature of this dual nature of the ego. It is going to trick you. You might say, oh, my mind is not tricking me. It's a master of trickery, and it's going to do it subtly. So you're not going to realize it. You have to say, all is myself. I am one with all. So you can see all as yourself. It is I playing all these roles. I am a participant in my own dream imagination creation. I am in command of my mind. Mind, be still. Mind, be pure. Another very potent affirmation. You have to say this so this mind can know I am not my body. Yourself is sleeping and you do not know this. You have to say, I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am not my thoughts. Say this again with me. I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am not my thoughts. I return to my ultimate true state. And this is an affirmation that is very powerful for the I and I to be doing. So here are 3 steps that I want to do to prepare for the inevitable. It is going to happen no matter what. Right? So it is time to see things as they are. So dissolution to all government cooperation and banking mafias. This world is a dream and it's a horrible nightmare. It is time for all the INIs to wake up. It is time to say goodbye to this dream illusionary world. Why do you want to stay in a dream creation for immortality in a body? And who wants to do this? Only these aliens, these dream characters. From that which you rise, to that you will return. Victory, victory to all the INIs in alignment to restore balance to I. Victory, victory to the great liberators of I and I. I am victorious. I am triumphant. Victory, victory. All is myself, and I alone exist. I dissolve my ego. I dissolve my supreme ego. I dissolve all my supreme ego characters. I dissolve all my dream ego characters. I am free from my imaginary bondage. I am free from my imaginary bondage. I transition from being to non-being. I transition from being to non-being. I move effortlessly with ease from manifest to unmanifest. I move effortlessly with ease from manifest to unmanifest. I return to my ultimate true state. I return to my ultimate true state. Everything that I have created, I demolish. Everything that I have created, I demolish. I dissolve this dream. I dissolve this dream. And I return to my ultimate true state. Victory, 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 victory. All is myself, and all of myself must return back unto I. I alone exist. I alone exist. Victory, 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 victory. Much honor, much gratitude to all the Ionites. From that which I rise, to that I return. I am the all. I am the black energy. I am the blackness. I am the neutron. All is I. I am stillness. I alone exist. I am that I am. I am the void. I am all of the existence. I am that has no name. I am that can't be explained. All that rise from me return back onto I. I alone exist. I alone exist. Victory, 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 victory. Yes, I want to thank you very much for joining I. May all beings know the I self. Victory, 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 victory. I am primal light, prepared. I am prepared for this dream, illusionary imagination world. With this identity, this avatar as Aset Mahat. I bow to all I and I's in self, in light, and in truth. Victory, 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 victory. I am the self, I am the truth, I am the primal light. I am that I am. Thank you very much for joining I. Yes, I will see you at the next live. And so I am going to close out with a song. Yes, I. No more secrets. Yeah, I think I'll do victory. Balance to the world.
Light a candle, balance to the world. Light a candle, by the time it's gonna blow out, prime my life, the self-supreme. Triumphantly rise, calling ourselves to be self-harmony with this battle, this war with me, got the time myself to gain balance and harmony over all itself, training ourselves to be self. Yeah, the war must cease, create electrical magnetic harmony. Light a candle under to the world. Self-supreme, ushering the new dawn. Balance and harmony is called. Balance and harmony, join in harmony, non-duality, primal way to be, is still in harmony, say victory of harmony, self-harmony, non-duality. Victory arise triumphantly, bringing harmony, balance to the world. The harmony, maintaining equanimity, bring balance to the world. Bring balance, maintain massive harmony. Bring balance to the world. Equanimity, bring balance triumphantly, bringing harmony and balance to the world. Conscious evolution for all. A fractal of self, aligned with self supreme. In all the world, it's all of me. More to see, myriad variety. Electrical, magnetic beams, different levels to perceive. Join on in harmony, balance to the world. Self-harmony, maintaining equanimity, balance to the world. Bring victory, arise triumphantly. Finally, I balance me. Of the eons of battling ego and greed, all me in every level of being obscure by ignorant illusion, dream. All souls bound to self supreme, the master of me, fractal being, electrical magnetic being, join in harmony. None do I harmony. Victory, I rise, equanimity, harmony, and balance. Maintaining equanimity. Bring balance to the world. Self-harmony. Maintaining my equanimity. I rise triumphantly. Bringing harmony and balance to the world.